Welcome to Mojo Travels, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 cities in France to visit in 2021. Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the most elegant, atmospheric, and iconic cities across the most romantic country in Western Europe. Number 10. La Rochelle. If you're fascinated by medieval and Renaissance architecture, La Rochelle has been virtually untouched by time. The city is defined by three historic towers in particular: the Chain Tower, the Lantern Tower, and the Saint-Nicolas Tower, which guard La Rochelle's port. The old harbor resides in the city's heart, providing one of France's most sensational seaside views, not to mention some of its finest seafood. Along the old port, La Rochelle's Old Town is lined with various other landmarks that'll transport you back to another century. The best way to explore La Rochelle is riding a bike through the calming streets. Along the way, make a few stops at the local shops, restaurants, and aquarium. Number 9. Dijon. This commune hosts a wide array of historic buildings and townhouses from Capetian, Gothic, and Renaissance periods. The Church of Notre Dame of Dijon is an especially captivating sight, even if it's not the most famous Notre Dame in France. While the city itself is an accentual marvel, the Musée des Beaux-Arts de Dijon is a main attraction for art enthusiasts. Part of the Gothic Ducal Palace, the museum features works by Titian, Lorenzo Lotto, and various other Renaissance artists. The Tombs of the Dukes of Burgundy is the most extraordinary exhibit, however, containing the tombs of John the Fearless, Margaret of Bavaria, and Philip the Bold. Also, before your trip is over, be sure to try something with Dijon mustard. Number 8. Biarritz. Although the architecture and food are two of France's greatest draws, it's also home to some of Europe's most ravishing beaches. Being located on the Bay of Biscay, Biarritz is one of the premier spots for surfing. As a matter of fact, it's where surfing was introduced to Europe. In addition to its 6 beaches, the city includes a seafront aquarium, a museum of ocean exhibits, and a historic lighthouse on the peninsula's edge. It's like this entire city has an under-the-sea theme. But the most enthralling landmark is the Rocher de la Vierge. Topped with a Virgin Mary statue, this rock formation is accessible through a lengthy metal bridge. With waves crashing below, there's a dramatic view from every angle. Number 7. Lille. Among France's biggest and busiest urban areas, Lille has no shortage of landmarks to see. The Grande Place stands out as Lille's main square, bustling with social activity. At the center resides the Column of the Goddess, commemorating the city's resistance during the Siege of 1792. The Grande Place is also distinguished by a towering Ferris wheel that provides an exquisite view of the city. Of course, the best vantage point is arguably from atop the City Hall belfry, which stretches up over 300 feet. Your journey is just beginning, as the Old Stock Exchange, Palais des Beaux-Arts, and Lille Zoo all demand your attention. To embrace the big city transportation, we'd recommend getting around using European metropolis of Lille. Number 6. Strasbourg. You can make your way from Germany to Strasbourg by crossing a bridge over the Rhine River. Strasbourg is made of many famed bridges, such as the Barrage Vauban. From this landmark, you can get a stunning view of the Pont Couvert, which consists of 3 bridges and 4 towers. Not too far away from there is the Strasbourg Cathedral, once the tallest building in the world. While that record has since been surpassed several times, this sandstone structure is currently the world's 6th tallest church, and the 2nd tallest in France. In addition to being one of France's largest cities, Strasbourg is an integral part of the European Union, hosting the European Parliament. Number 5. Nice. Looking up this city, you'll probably assume it's nice based on the name alone. While it's actually pronounced Nice, this city is still nice in every sense of the word. It's even nicknamed Nice la Belle or Nice the Beautiful. Such is to be expected from any city in the French Riviera. To get a divine taste of the Mediterranean Sea, spend a day swimming, strolling, and cycling at the Promenade des Anglais. Only a couple of minutes away is Place Masséna, the city's main square. From there, you can make your way to the Old Town, which is lined with cobblestone streets. Although you'll come for the coastal tranquility, the urban area occupies landmarks like the Musée Matisse, and the Saint-Nicolas Orthodox Cathedral. Number 4. Marseille. While Nice is the Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur's second largest city, Marseille has it topped, since it's France's second largest city overall. While there's much ground to cover, we'd suggest starting off your journey on La Canebière, a famous avenue that stretches over a mile to the old port of Marseille. Have you ever wanted to recreate a classic scene from Love Actually? Well, then you'll definitely want to visit a restaurant on Old Port called Bar de la Marine, which is where Jamie proposes to Aurelia. Or, if classic literature is more your forte, you may be interested in seeing a setting from The Count of Monte Cristo. Either way, nothing competes with exploring Old Port in person. Number 3. Lyon. About 200 miles from Marseille, Lyon isn't quite as large. However, it does have the second biggest metropolitan area in France. It's also one of France's most expensive cities, but residents get their money's worth in atmosphere and architecture. Basilica of Notre-Dame de Fourvière, the Tour Métallique, and Place Bellecour are just some of the historic sites that Lyon is known for. Above all else though, Lyon is renowned for gastronomy, which is where cuisine and culture intersect. The city is especially celebrated for its sausages, such as Rosette de Lyon. With the Beaujolais and Côte de Rhône regions nearby, expect to have some fine wine with your meal too. Number 2. Bordeaux. Speaking of wine, Bordeaux is the capital of the world for the beverage. We can't think of a better spot for two wine enthusiasts to have their honeymoon. You can base your entire trip around wine tasting, but if you're looking for a bit more variety, Bordeaux is also a sightseer's paradise. The Place de la Bourse is located on the world's biggest reflecting pool, offering two amazing sights for the price of one. Have a brisk stroll across the Pont de Pierre, catch an opera at the Grand Théâtre de Bordeaux, and marvel at the presence of the Bordeaux Cathedral. Number 1. Paris. If this list proves anything, it's that there's a lot more to France than just Paris. That being said, Paris is France's most revered city for good reason. Chances are you've already heard of the must-see attractions. The Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and the Arc de Triomphe are all landmarks that every tourist must visit. Notre-Dame de Paris, while still being rebuilt from the devastating 2019 fire, is worth passing by as well. Your trip to Paris shouldn't be solely defined by the obvious destinations, though. It should be about opening yourself to new experiences. Paris is loaded with secrets that are waiting to be discovered. The highlight of your trip might be a little shop or restaurant you happen upon while wandering down the street. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Mojo Travels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.